Live from the 5th floor of Fondren Library on the beautiful campus of SMU, you're listening to the Mustang Mood.
Yes, sir.
You're back.
You know, I think we may be the only ones that get this joke.
Yeah, I really don't think
because I don't think any of our listeners get it. Yeah,
but we can't tell them what's actually happening.
No, we can't. Yeah, it's a secret.
It is a secret.
The reason I say that is because we have George Carson here with us.
Howdy.
Welcome to the show, George.
I'm George. I graduated class of 2021 from Lyle. Thanks for having me on.
That's
George,
all he's got. No, he's
George
got a lot
is just
more.
like a encyclopedia of all sports and especially SMU. So we're pumped to have him on the show today.
Yeah, I got a little trivia for us later. So.
Oh wow,
sweet.
Wait, are we being grilled on our own show?
I believe so. Yes.
Oh my gosh,
we're gonna feel like King.
Yeah, we're gonna feel like King Large.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's crazy. Yeah, George and I go way back, and Jay and George go pretty far back too.
And we just met.
Yeah, I think I've been in Yannick at least once before, just at Jay's wedding or football games. But.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
we didn't just meet.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
Well,
so the first thing we want to start with today is feedback from last episode. The tier list.
Yeah, we had a lot of opinions. Some people agreed, some people didn't. What do you got, Jay?
Yeah, I think one thing we put out a poll of kind of the top few jerseys. Everyone loves the Dallas uniforms.
Yep.
And people seem to really like the new white jerseys with the new SMU
font. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
I told you.
And people hate the red and black with the chrome helmets, except for
one person.
Just
there's always that
one
person.
former SMU football player who went to the NFL, played for the Cardinals, I believe. Hayden Howerton.
Yeah, Hayden Howerton. He said the 2017 anthracite and black unis being D/F is a crime. He said it was a crime.
They're the worst.
For us to rate the worst jerseys as the worst.
Wait, so what is anthracite? I still haven't gotten that.
It's like a just a dark gray color.
Okay.
I think it's the
the first one in D tier.
Oh, is it the pink ones too? Is he talking about both jerseys?
No, he's I think he's talking about the gray one with the pink one.
Yeah, the gray and pink.
Yeah, in D tier.
He said anthracite and what?
Black. Like the chrome red.
Oh, the two of them. He was saying two different uniforms. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Maybe since he was with the Cardinals, he's just like not allowed to say that red and black is a bad color combo.
Could be.
Yeah, but he definitely had opinion on that. We definitely disagree.
Yeah, we thought he would.
He may have played in the NFL, but he's wrong. I don't care.
I played Madden once. So.
What else was said?
Let's see. Chris Gary said the 2016 blue, white, black is A tier, and the 2016 Dallas Police all blues is C tier.
So that was a miss. I think we missed that.
Yeah, I didn't understand that the all blue was like for the Dallas Police Department.
Yeah,
which makes sense. Like going back to 2016.
The stuff that happened.
Wait, so those are already in C tier. Is Chris saying they should be higher or lower?
Let's see.
I think he's saying they should be higher.
I think
the blues. See, I didn't know that about the blues, that they were police, but when I see the blues, like if I turn on the TV and I see that, I'm like, oh, Kansas is playing.
Yeah.
Like
I think that was our point though, is because it's just too much.
We've got to. Yeah, someone else said, I forgot who it was in the comments, but someone else says like we have to stay on brand with our colors. We can't go outside, and I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
We don't need grays. We don't need blacks.
Yeah, like we support the cause, obviously, but if you look at the jersey in a vacuum, it's bad.
On the field, when there's 11 of them running around on a football field, it should look like
cause
SMU.
Good, jersey bad. I think that's where we're settling.
Yeah. And then
any other comments?
So just a little observation here. I agree. I do think the red and black should be at the bottom. It's not even the chrome in the helmet though. It's the 8 on this. It's the number on the side. We're just not a number on the side kind of.
No, we're not. Well, it's number on one side, pony on the other.
That's arguably worse.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think it's worse, but it's still bad.
Yeah.
For the blacks that we have at the start of C tier, I think those depend a lot on who we're playing. I think we should we wore them twice last year or twice 2 years ago.
I think we've worn them. We wore them against Houston, right?
Yeah.
When we scored 1,000,000 points.
Yeah.
UNT this year.
UNT this last season. I think we wore them.
We wore them against Memphis once. That was here or in Dallas.
So that was
here on the campus of SMU.
Because we're here.
Yeah.
Right. Campus.
Good one. Yes. Good point.
Because we were wearing the black and blue, and Memphis was wearing white and blue. So if you flip that on, it's like, okay, nobody has any idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Like who is who?
Yeah. That does really bother me sometimes. Like when you're playing someone at home and you're wearing white helmets and white pants and like a lighter colored jersey, and then the other team's wearing all white, it's like you're throwing off the vibe here.
No.
But
let's see. Beyond that, I think this is pretty. I know at the start of the tier list last week, there's a lot of debate between the white Dallas and the blue Dallas. I want to go out there and say I'm officially on Team White Dallas. I do agree that they are both amazing, but I do think the white is better. I think the biggest differentiator for me is that the number font fits with the kit way better on the white. Yeah. And the blue has a different number font, and it's a good-looking font, just not necessarily on that jersey.
Wait, so are you saying there are different fonts between the white and the blue?
Yeah. They're different jersey templates even. It's just like the blue doesn't have stripes on the shoulder pads.
Yeah, you're right.
There's no like red outline.
And then I also agree, it's almost impossible to rank the Eric Dickerson jerseys because like objectively you look at them and they're terrible, but also Eric Dickerson just destroyed everybody while wearing them. So like it almost deserves its own like Eric Dickerson tier.
Yeah. Well, we put him in A.
Yeah, I think that's a fair spot.
A for Eric.
Yeah. A for a pay cut in the NFL.
Oof.
So speaking of the Dallas uniforms, and this is, I feel like, the perfect opportunity to turn the conversation into hating on TCU because they've done some really bad things in the last.
And we missed out on that opportunity last episode.
We did, and so
we are sorry. We're so
We've
sorry.
let you down.
We're so sorry.
We've let everybody down.
So this last week, TCU came out with new football uniforms,
and they were like proud of them.
They're really,
I want to preface this, but they were proud of them.
They dropped it at 817 to commemorate the 817 area code. That's how excited they were.
Where is that?
817 is like Tarrant County.
Yeah.
And they're proud of that too.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it wasn't Waco's.
They said it.
Area code.
Waco.
Yeah, that's
where they even have phones in Waco.
TCU used to be in Waco.
I gotcha. Okay.
Way back.
The joke just.
Yeah, it's not funny. You don't have to laugh at it. Both of our listeners understand that. So anyway, the jerseys that TCU released this week are so boring. And I didn't think that you could make TCU's jerseys much worse by like taking detail out. There were so many details in their old jerseys. It was so bad. Now there's nothing.
Yeah.
They basically just got on like a computer and just like clicked on each of the little things and just deleted until they were left with
a number,
and a
Nike logo,
a terrible little 3-letter logo that should be not capitalized.
Yeah. I saw someone say it was like, they look like someone just went into Team Builder on NCAA 14 and just like, all right, a purple team. We'll take the purple team.
A trend I've noticed in jerseys just in general is like, remember back in the day when it was a big deal that Oregon would have a new jersey every week. Mm-hmm. They were all so fancy. They had so many tiny details. And other teams kind of started copying it. Everyone was getting kind of sick of it, right? And that's when the pendulum kind of started to swing back and the jerseys kind of started to get more sleek. A couple of years ago, Texas A&M went from their like beveled jerseys, like then the Johnny Manziel era jerseys, to the simpler no bevels in the ATM. And now they look kind of like they did in the 90s. Well, the pendulum's gone too far again. Now we're too simple. We need to add more flourishes back.
I think SMU is in the perfect spot.
I really agree.
I will say TCU did add some flair in that beautiful mirror-looking silver helmet.
They went for the chrome helmet.
Wow, silver. I think I read somewhere it said mirror silver.
So they need another mirror to look at themselves.
Yeah, just to see how bad
check my hair.
Their new helmet looks.
Gotta make sure they look good.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, they don't look good.
Yeah.
We took a hard stance last week against chrome helmets, and then what did TCU do this week?
They dropped a chrome helmet.
They dropped
They
chrome
just want to get under our skin.
So not only do we predict what's going to happen at SMU, we also, I guess in a way, predict what's going to happen at TCU, because like everything we don't like, everything we despise,
TCU
TCU
Like,
becomes.
I
Yeah.
really want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I also noticed with those, I was watching the little reel again. One of the in a vacuum possibly cool things about these TCU jerseys is how it says Carter Boys on the back.
You think that's cool?
I think it's cool in theory, but it's lame because it's TCU. And then I looked closer and I realized, that font on Carter Boys looks awful familiar.
Uh-oh.
Is right.
I haven't seen the
Did we do a
font.
little font research?
Yeah, we did.
It's the exact same font
As
as the Dallas script.
No
across
way.
there. Yes, I'm serious.
way.
You can pull up pictures right now. Look at the letter S. I sent this to Jay a couple days ago.
Hold on.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So look at the A and look at the S.
They
Yeah.
literally stole our
Look
font.
at the A. Look at the S.
Whoa.
It's the same.
We'll
font.
put those pictures up because that's crazy.
That is
Yeah,
insane.
no,
Wow.
it's nuts.
Wow.
Sonny-
I'm speechless.
cloudy.
Cloudy. I didn't finish. Cloudy Dykes, shame on you. Clearly he regrets
That's-
making.
He's like,
So
hey,
you
one
think-
time I had this like really good idea. Let me just bring it with me. and put-
In theory, you think Carter Boys is cool. Me, I don't. I'm just gonna say that I would not like, one, to be called a boy, two, to be called boy in the possession of
Carter.
another man.
So,
That's all I'm gonna
that's
say.
fair.
That's all I'm gonna say.
but our
like-
equivalent would be Ford's boys, right?
No.
We're not doing that.
We would be.
I'm saying
it'd be
if we
the
did
Ford Mustangs.
if we did the same thing based on what our stadium is called, because they did
Well,
the Carter boys.
We wouldn't do.
I know. I'm
boys.
just saying that's what we would
Yeah.
be.
We would be the Ford Mustangs.
When I
It's a completely original idea. No one would.
Yeah. When I was looking into this Carter Boys deal, I realized that the reason it's there is because that's a name of a TV show that was made about TCU football.
TV show is generous. It's like a YouTube series.
Yes, TV show is very generous, and the
Behind a paywall.
on
ESPN Plus.
The TCU fans call it a TV show, and they're very proud of it. But I wouldn't say it stacks up to much.
I thought it was because their stadium's called M&G Carter Stadium.
It is,
Yeah.
but that's also
That's
the
what
name
the
of
show is. Okay.
It's also called Carter Boys.
So they're like, let's just stick it on our jerseys.
Is it Carter boys or Carter's boys?
Carter Boys.
Okay, so maybe I was wrong about the possessive, but
That doesn't matter.
but still, like,
They've got another man's last name on there.
and they're being
back.
called boys. That's it. It's just I can't get on board with it, man.
Yeah, I'm
But
not a big fan of the idea.
the font thing is crazy, though.
yeah, I didn't even,
wild.
that's crazy.
That's wild.
So overall, would you rather them wear these jerseys or their old jerseys?
I'm fine with it because I can make fun of them either way.
I'd rather have the Hypnotoad back so I could laugh every time.
Well,
they
what if
played
they
the
had?
Hypnotoad, and then people just what are you supposed to do then? I don't know. Get weird. I don't know. Funky Town.
As much as I vehemently dislike TCU, I always thought their jerseys kind of work for them. Like the diamond collar they used to have.
How do we mute George?
Yeah, it's this button right here. Yeah.
Like that was kind of their thing, and at least it's unique and makes them stand out.
Next thing you're
So
gonna tell
that
me is
way-
you like their basketball.
That way, everyone can see how terrible they are instead of just people just ignoring them. And now they're just boring and lame.
Yeah. Well, following this lame trend, Baylor's done the same thing.
They did.
Baylor did it first, so TCU copied them.
So TCU copied Baylor jersey style. They also copied our font.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Speaking of Baylor,
they're just unoriginal at this point.
speaking of Baylor, I have to say one thing. I forgot. I got called out for this a few weeks ago. My mom is one of our top listeners. So, Mom, I love you. Thanks for the support.
She's beating out my mom. There's
Probably.
number 1, number 2, and
Probably.
that's probably about it.
I don't know. Because we are her number one podcast.
Wow.
That's
There's
true.
nothing she listens to above us.
Wow. I'm honored.
She's proud of.
Welcome to the Mustang
Of us.
Mood, Ben's mom's number 1 podcast.
We love you, Mom. Okay, back to Baylor. And moving on from Baylor.
I guess, hold on. I feel like Baylor is just a little better because Baylor has like the green and the yellow, while TCU is just the purple. So they can have they have some accents on there, but it's still not great. I think eventually both Baylor and TCU will start mix and matching the pants, like where the white pants with their colored jerseys.
I mean, if you look at this, what is your first thought? My first thought is the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Well, because they've changed their colors.
It's just weird.
I mean, it's not the old Baylor green or yellow.
It looks like
It's a bit darker, isn't it?
it looks like they're mimicking their basketball uniforms.
It
with that
literally
gray.
does look like the Packers.
Well, it's also weird that they have basketball colors. Why do you need different colors?
I don't know
for
because
different
they've always had that gray for basketball, but I haven't seen that for football. But now they do.
It's so interesting.
Let's see.
Never been a big fan of Baylor's colors to begin with.
One thing that's different about TCU's jerseys than we talked about, Iowa State released some either today or here recently, and then Baylor's. Both of those have the Big 12 logo on them. But TCU, when they released their jerseys, did not have the Big 12 logo on them, which makes me think, well, yes, one, they're ashamed. And two is we're talking about maybe renaming the Big 12 to a corporate sponsor.
Oh yeah.
I mean, got to make money somehow.
Well, they're not going to make it by sending one to the college football playoff.
Oh no, college football isn't making enough money. What should we do?
Sell it.
Yeah.
Well, they were making a bunch of money, but now they have to pay the kids. And so
That's true.
that money's not going to the people running it anymore.
It's just so crazy how much football has changed in the last
3 years.
3
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
In the last year, even.
Year, yeah.
I mean, I feel
honestly,
like in the last, since we started the podcast, college football has changed so much.
it has, yeah.
Like with the ruling of paying the players, and then now you can have ads on the field. I don't completely understand this ruling. Do you know any more about it? Are they allowed to be on the jerseys? Or
I think they're allowed to. Maybe it's just field.
I don't think we're to jerseys yet. I'm sure
No,
we'll get there.
We'll get there for sure.
But I think they're allowed to have them on the field now.
Are the ads going to be like actually painted, or is it going to be like in the NBA where they're like they're digital?
Like on the TV.
Yeah,
oh,
I don't know.
because those sometimes glitch. It's kind of funny when it happens, but
yeah, the NHL has the same thing, and you don't even notice it, as what Gary Bettman says, but you definitely
until it
notice it.
glitches.
They wouldn't pay for it if you didn't notice it.
You're right though. It looks weird without the logo there. It's just an
And,
empty shoulder.
A couple years ago,
Yeah.
when the NHL, I think it was still kind of in COVID, and they were trying to recoup some lost money, so there's 4 divisions in the NHL. They sold naming rights to those divisions. And like, yeah, this is just a 1-year thing. So they had like the Geico Central Division or whatever. And then it actually was a 1-year thing, which was kind of surprising, but it was pretty annoying. But I feel like I did start to tune it out over time, which is almost a bad thing because that gives them that means they'll just keep pushing.
Did the Lightning, when they raised their championship banner, did it say the Geico Central Division?
I don't know. I doubt it.
Yeah,
Lightning
okay.
would never do something.
So would it be would it be like, the American Express Big 12, or would it be like the American Express 12?
No, I think it's the Pampers Big 12.
Fair enough.
I think I don't know. I've heard both. I heard Allstate was in the running, so it's like the Allstate 12 or like the Big 12 presented by Allstate.
Yeah.
something
All
like
12
that.
states.
So
That would be funny.
that would be pretty hilarious.
It is interesting, all of the different naming rights, the branding. Definitely college football is going to be. It already was, but it's going to become even more commercialized.
Yeah.
It's going to feel
Mhm.
more polished, I guess, because of all of that. And less, I don't know. I am worried slightly that it may detract from the soul of it, But I still care a lot about it. So I don't know.
All right. SMU athletic department, if you're listening, we
They are.
raised millions, 30 some odd $1 million
I heard it was
in the last year.
159, I think.
Yeah.
159. We don't need $2 million from Sherwin-Williams Paints to put a logo on our field. I would rather our field be set apart, be different, look good.
yeah, I like that.
It elevates our brand in ways like Alabama has, Ford cars on their
Yeah.
on their field, and SMU, we don't sell out for that.
That
We raise our own
like,
money.
I like that. Exactly.
Well, speaking of Sherwin-Williams, they shouldn't be our landscaping partner. They should be our bleacher partner.
Oh yeah.
We need to get those repainted.
But
They
you know
are
what's
looking a
interesting
little
is like
dim.
They're
even
so
even in college
faded.
football, we've always had like the All-State
The
logo
net- oh,
on the
good hand.
nets.
But SMU hasn't.
Yeah, I think we do.
Do we?
Yeah. Well, we only have one net.
I think we
but
just have it on the north end.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Although we'll probably have it
What's
above
that?
starting this year.
But I guess now that we think about it, we're talking about branding and like, oh, it's weird that they're adding branding, but it's always been there on the nets at least.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but that okay, it just works so well.
It does. I mean, it does. Yeah.
They also
The
like
hands
donate
catching
money or something when they
Yeah, they do
take a field goal.
Yeah.
donate
Yeah.
money to the Journal Scholarship Fund.
But it is interesting. Like, how did they get the NCAA okay with that? You know, however long ago, when it's taken this long to be able to put a logo on the field.
They probably just like provided the nets and then said, "Hey, if you use these nets that we gave you for free, then we'll donate to your scholarship
I
fund."
don't know.
Maybe they just
Interesting
donated
thought.
it no matter what.
And it's also kind of, I mean, the stuff we're seeing, the everyday games, like the regular season games on the field, is stuff that's been in bowl games for forever. And even then, like with bowl games, it
True.
was incremental. Like back in the day, you like all your bowls, like none of them were corporately branded. You had like
It was just the Cotton Bowl.
the Cotton Bowl, the Rose Bowl, and even some of the like the Liberty Bowl. There used to be one called the Blue Bonnet Bowl.
Yeah, the Gator Bowl.
Exactly. They were, and then it became things like I guess Tostitos gets a little bit of a pass because the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl kind of works, but like the Rose Bowl presented by Northwestern, blah 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 blah. And now we're getting bowls that are just like, yeah, this is the GoDaddy Bowl. It's like there's not even another word. It's literally just a corporate sponsor.
Yeah.
And my personal favorite, the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl.
Exactly. Like
I don't.
What about the wasabi Fenway?
I think we jumped the shark here a little bit.
I don't like Jimmy Kimmel. Just sorry, I had to say that for the culture.
Ben always has to get one slight political statement into every single episode.
That's true.
And then he backs off. He's like, "Oh, sorry," but he does it every single
And
time.
then he'll apologize for it next episode.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I offended you, Mom. Didn't need to bring up.
I don't know. My mom might agree.
But okay, so while we're talking about money, what do y'all think about private equity getting involved? Because I know there's been a lot of talk about that, especially with the Big 12. I know Florida State has like looked into like getting private equity backed because they're broke.
Right.
Okay, for those of us who are uneducated, and not by the us, I mean me, can you explain to our listeners and me what that would look like and what that means?
I don't know exactly what it would look like, but I mean, private equity is just like a group, people that like bring money together underneath a manager, and the manager invests that money and like runs the companies that they invest in.
So what's the
Kind of.
upside for the private equity firm?
For the private equity firm?
Yeah, like
I mean, they're
they're going to make the money from the university won't make the money.
well, I don't know exactly how they would set the deal up, but how I would imagine it is the private equity firm would, invest into the program in some form. I don't know how, business-wise or legally it'll be structured, who will be in control or whatever, but, they provide capital. Florida State's case, it helps them get out of the ACC into
Right.
wherever else they want to go. But then the private equity fund would kind of see some of the upside from the future revenues of the program. And so, they also bring their own connections and business partnerships and like expertise in their own ways. And so,
That would make me sad. Like when I
Yeah,
pay for my
'cause-
season tickets, I'm glad to give the money to my alma mater.
yeah,
I'd be
Other
like,
than a bunch of rich guys.
I don't want to give it to anyone else. It could be a bunch of poor guys. Like it doesn't make a difference to me. It's like I want to give my money to my alma mater. I feel like glad.
Jay would rather
Help
buy season tickets than give money to charity. That's what I just heard.
I heard that. Second that.
You can do both, okay? you can do both. But like if I'm I'm buying a product and I want the proceeds of this product to go to my alma mater.
Yeah.
And it would it would take some of the joy away from me to like go to this. Okay, first off, the student athletes are barely students, right? And so like the connection that I have with them is very slim already. And if you take any of the connection away with the university, I'm going to be less and less interested.
No, that's fair.
I'll still be interested.
I mean, if private equity really got involved and like to some degree like bought a college program, it would essentially like privatize the program in a sense, and it would be run more like a professional
Business.
team and like
Yeah.
a business. And so, professional teams that are run like businesses, Cowboys, do very well, right? But
Sorry, the Cowboys do really well.
Depends on your definition of
financially. And so, like, I think there could be the upside of like the private equity firms could get in there. They could really, extract value and potentially increase revenues to the school, and benefit to the school over the long run. But the school doesn't have control
Right.
or as much control. Not all of the money's going to the school. I think schools wouldn't go into that if they didn't think it would give them some kind of benefit. But
Yeah, I think I would rather pay $400 for my season tickets and give the money to SMU. Like the money
I
go to
100%
SMU,
agree.
Then pay
I don't
$200.
think we have to be worried about private equity getting involved at SMU because
well, okay,
like that
yeah,
tweet-
but at my school,
that's true. But like that tweet we saw where the private equity funds that are looking at investing in Big 12 schools are all run by SMU alum, basically. So,
And I'm not even pretend to understand private equity. To me, it just seems like you put money into a magic machine and the people inside the machine just spit out more money. But like I heard with Florida State's deal, I heard like the fund they're working with has ties to like other countries in like Saudi Arabia and stuff. And like,
Yeah,
I don't,
Saudis,
here we
yeah.
go.
I don't want to get political or it's just that like I don't want, not even just outside the country, just outside of the college football realm, and like
yeah.
I just don't want it to expand too far. And the other,
yeah,
I want the athletes thinking about how they can win football games, not how they can enhance shareholder value.
yeah, no, for sure. And like, I don't want people who didn't grow up with college football and who don't care about college football and who aren't from like the U.S. Not that way, but like they didn't grow up with college football, and so like they don't have the same love and appreciation and respect for it that we
Right.
do. And I don't want them to be able to have a say and like have a say in what direction it goes in the future. Like
it's not
it
a
should be the
foreign
fans.
sport, so it should not have foreign influences.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'd be okay with in Japan they have college football. It's like not the same level, but like there are passionate people in Japan who care about their university's football. And if one of those people got involved with college football in the US, I'd be okay with that. They love college football. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're a Saudi
Some Saudi
who-
prince or something who just
who just has a bunch of money and
Wants the sports wash.
If like the Saudi, I think there's a difference between like a rich businessman, like somewhere out in like in Dubai or something, or like literally the Saudi Arabian government. I think there's
Right.
also
Yeah.
a bit of a distinction there. I think the other reason I'm really not interested in it, or I hope it doesn't come to pass, I think it will. Hopefully we can get some kind of regulations in, is that I think the gap between the haves and the have-nots is just going to keep growing.
For
And
sure.
it's going to
Yeah.
grow way faster with this. Like I think SMU is one of the haves just because
Yeah.
of the way our
But
school
we-
is.
man, did we get in by the skin of our chinny chin.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
like we're
You got to feel
I-
for Memphis. Like,
No,
No,
I don't.
I
But, like,
feel bad for
Terrible city.
Washington State,
Terrible
Oregon
school.
State, they
Oh,
were
yeah.
haves, and now suddenly they're have-nots,
Yeah.
and the bottom's just going to keep falling out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a part of that I'm worried about with like taking away the soul of college football, because when it's just only the big teams that like matter and that get all the attention, then like that sucks. I mean,
Yeah.
granted, I did see this also. It's like thank God that like colleges can't move like professional sports teams can, because it's like you still have the community at least, but
But like you could move off campus. Like if like someone built a different stadium for us, they could.
I mean SMU used to play in the Cotton Bowl,
Yeah.
but
But I'm thinking like a historic campus or a historic stadium or something like that.
yeah,
That could be taken away. But you're right. You can't leave
like the school's not moving, you know.
unless you're TCU, in which case you moved from Waco to Fort Worth.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I think another thing I saw was people were saying that SMU alum are starting to get involved in the, investing in private equity with the Big 12, starting to like have the idea of getting control in the Big 12, so that when the ACC falls apart, they'll have a voice to get us access to the Big 12 or something of that matter.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nice play. It's a nice 3D chess play, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If that's actually
if
true.
the ACC falls apart at the Big 12, I'd be happy. I would say the Big 12 would be my second choice. My first choice would be the SEC, but there's no way we're getting in the SEC.
That's just like, it's a non-starter.
And so the Big 12 would be my second choice.
Yeah. And I think it'd work out.
I think so too. I think we're a better fit in the Big 12 than we are in the ACC, but I'm glad to be in the ACC. I think it's a better conference than the Big 12.
You don't think Dallas, Texas fits on the Atlantic Coast Conference?
Sorry, I thought it was all coast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Any coast. I don't know.
Just coast of White Rock Lake.
All 12. All 12 states.
I say let's transition and take it back to our prediction from a few weeks ago, where we foreshadowed, could our equestrian coach leaving for an SEC team, what's the word, impose doom or whatever on our potential quarterback going to the SEC? And lo and behold, he did.
It happened.
He killed us.
He's keeling.
It was just it was
Keeloning.
It was terrible timing too, because we recorded the episode and then
It's like literally the next
day or the day after.
The day after we released it, yeah.
He like announced he wasn't coming, and then we released the episode after that.
Oh.
And so it was just bad timing.
Yeah, it really sucked. But I haven't seen anyone leave with him yet.
No, which is good. Yeah. I think our recruiting's been pretty solid. I think we're going to hear a majority of like who we're getting. Like official signing is July 1st.
Oh, okay, sweet.
So
that's the first day we're going to be in the ACC too.
Yes, sir.
So
Well, not signing. I just think a lot of players commit on that day. I don't know why. But we're trying to flip a quarterback from a certain program in Fort Worth.
it's Tarrant County Community
Altum
College.
City
Yes.
High School?
Yes.
Okay.
That one. We'll see what happens, but it's gone kind of quiet in the past few weeks, but we'll see.
That'd be great. So, yeah, that's a bummer that we're missing him. But I did read an article today from ESPN. They had a ESPN Plus article that it wasn't a 1-year ranking. It wasn't like, hey, here's the 2024 list. It was the combination of 2024, 2025, and 2026. And I thought that was super interesting. Let me pull up the link real quick. But just like, spoiler alert, SMU is number 22 on the list.
We've been showing up 22 on like several lists that I've seen.
Specifically for 2024, but now for like the next 3 seasons. So one thing they were saying is like I think we're like poised to do well in the ACC, which is really funny. Like I see some Instagram reels that are like really dogging on SMU, saying we have no chance. And I'm like, I'm not sure that you've ever watched an SMU football game before. You're just like some ACC guy
they're just like
who's unaware.
They're just like, oh, there's some school that I don't know about, so I'm going to assume they're bad.
Yeah.
Well, to be
they're
fair,
not gonna
if
make
they've
the
ever watched a game of us, not in the last year or so, I wouldn't blame them for
No, yeah, that's
because we've had
fair.
our low moments.
We did not put up a good showing at the Fenway Bowl.
Oh
That's
gosh,
true.
that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is crazy how much respect we've been getting in the media and like with rankings and stuff. Like getting ranked 22 here.
Yep.
So I'll go over this real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Georgia's number 1, which I mean totally makes sense. So it's ranking their like future QB, future defense, future offense, and future like overall team rating. And so Georgia's number 1, Ohio State's number 2,
Boo.
UT at 3,
Boo.
Alabama at number 4. We'll skip down to the ACC teams. Number 7 is Notre Dame, which is kind of an ACC team.
Overrated.
Number 9 is Florida State. So excited to welcome them to the Hilltop. Number 12 is Clemson. Then let's see. I think the next one's number 21. Number 16 is OU.
That's
There
it.
you go.
It's messed up.
How's that messed up? Number 21 is
Pretty
Louisville.
low. Sorry, what?
It's pretty.
21 is Louisville.
21 is Louisville. And number 22 is SMU.
I'm surprised we're that close to Louisville.
Mm.
So our future defense and future offense ranking are pretty high. Number 15 and number 18. Our QB ranking has taken a slight dip with Keelan leaving. But
We don't need him.
yeah, so we're beating out Oklahoma State, Miami, Is it University of Miami? The U.
Yeah.
Not of Ohio, but of Florida. And then Arizona Wildcats, number 25. So
That's, I mean,
It's a lot of respect.
like I said, a lot of respect. I think maybe the expectations are a little bit high because we talked about.
exactly 2 teams from Texas on this list, number 4 and us.
A&M's not on there.
A&M's not on the list.
Interesting.
Whoa.
Beautiful.
Get wrecked, rest of the Carson family.
But yeah, we've been getting a lot of respect, and we talked. Was it last episode or 2 episodes ago? We talked about post spring ACC power rankings.
Yep.
Yeah.
SMU was number 7.
Yeah.
We've now been moved up to number 5
Really?
on a lot of rankings. Like 24/7 Sports has us at number 5, and they also gave a prediction of what our record would be, which they're saying is 9-3.
Oh my gosh! If we went 9-3,
I'd be
Well,
overjoyed.
hold on.
as long as the one,
Our 3 losses are Florida State, Louisville, and TCU.
I'd rather go 1-11. Didn't we have that conversation?
We did,
Yeah.
yeah.
Especially since this is the last one.
no, we got one more.
In
So
Dallas.
there's one more?
Last one in
Yeah.
Dallas.
Last one in
It-
Dallas.
But we floated last week, canceling the one in Fort Worth to finish if we win this
If we
year.
win this one, we
Okay, yeah.
should.
Yeah. We should
Yeah.
do it.
But if we went 9-3,
That'd
maybe
be amazing.
maybe like switch out TCU for
I will lose to anyone else. I'll lose
I don't know.
to Boston College again if you give me the
Yeah, I would.
opportunity.
BYU.
I don't want to lose to Boston College again. That was
I don't either.
brutal in
But if you're
Park.
given the option between TCU and Boston,
Yeah,
College,
well,
who would you
obviously I'd
be?
rather lose to Boston College, but
Okay.
like that's kind of the one conference like that's a revenge game.
Yeah,
Oh,
it'll be fun.
BYU's a revenge
For
game
sure.
too.
Yeah, from
Well,
2022.
we were
2 years
talking
ago.
when we were talking to Stone about it, right? Was it Stone?
yeah,
Yeah, he was saying that like that is a revenge game. Like
Yeah,
they're looking
both
forward
of
to that
those.
one. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, to have us at number 5, a lot of respect, and also just looking at
Who do they have?
they
ahead
they
of us?
rank well. Yeah, so they have NC State at 4.
Which shout out to NC State. Thank you for letting us into the conference.
Yeah.
We really appreciate
We
it.
love
yes, we love you.
You're my second favorite
And-
ACC team.
Yeah, anti rivals.
They are.
They're our friends.
Yeah.
All
All love.
Number
of
3,
course.
Clemson. Number 2, Miami. Number 1, Florida State.
So we only have to play one of those teams.
And I think from the other list we've seen, Ben's got it, but like they have Clemson and Miami flipped. But here, Ben, you want to go through the
Yeah.
chance of winning the ACC?
Based on the ESPN FPI, the best chances, number 1 is Florida State. Number 2 is Clemson.
So Florida State has 26%,
yeah.
Clemson 19.
19. Louisville 12, Miami 9.9, and SMU 9.0%.
Let's go.
So
Is North Carolina supposed to be not that good now that Drake May's gone? They're a team that
they
I
have
feel
not
like
gotten very many
probably be on
rankings.
there.
Yeah. Let me see where they're
Yeah, they got. I
on.
remember. Didn't we talk about last week? They got buried last time.
They're number 6, so they're right behind.
Oh,
us.
Okay,
okay.
yeah.
I would like
That's
to
the
play
only
them.
team that I'm like, okay, I feel like they should be around this area.
I'm so excited for like playing ACC teams. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a different animal.
Florida State.
It's gonna be so
Duke.
good.
There's gonna be at least one team that's like not one of these 5 or North Carolina. That's I think gonna be real good, just because there always is,
Yeah.
especially in the ACC where they had 8 different champions in 8 different years in the Atlantic ACC Coastal, despite only having 7 teams in the division. Because Notre Dame joined that one year.
Oh, really?
That's
In
impressive.
2020?
Yeah, they had 7. Well, I think they all got like smoked by Clemson, whoever made it from the Coastal. But they had, or maybe it's the Atlantic that's the wacky division. One of the divisions is absolutely crazy. And
So
a
you
different
keep saying
team wins every
Atlantic,
year.
and I'm like, that's the whole conference, right? But then they used to have 2 divisions.
Yeah.
Is that right?
They had the Atlantic Conference and the Coastal Conference, which made up the Atlantic Coast Conference.
That's so confusing.
Yeah, it's tough.
And which one are we in?
I don't think they have them anymore.
Yeah, they're gone.
I will say I don't understand the hype around Clemson. I mean, I feel like DJ is just like pretty mid.
DJ's gone. DJ's been gone.
What?
DJ Uiagalelei?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't even playing for him last year.
No. I'm sorry. I'm talking about Florida State.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
he left Clemson to Oregon State,
I
and now
forgot
he
he's with
went to Florida
now,
State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree.
I don't think he's. I mean, he's okay. Seems like a good guy, but I don't think they'll be that good again. That's just my thoughts.
So a couple years ago, I went to the state championship game at Jerry World between South Lake Carroll and Austin Westlake.
Uh-huh.
And the quarterbacks in that game, for Carroll, it was Quinn Ewers. And for Austin Westlake, it was Cade Klubnik, who's the quarterback at Clemson. And he was unbelievable in that game.
Yeah.
Maybe the best high school quarterback I've ever seen. He was way better than Ewers. And I'm a little shocked that he hasn't really performed in as the starter in Clemson. Like, he wasn't that good last year.
Yeah, he was kind of disappointing.
So I think he could be ready for a step up, or he could. I don't know. I think he's one to keep an eye on for sure. I don't think we can just write him off as a bust that's going to transfer.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Looking at the top contenders, we got Nike with Florida State, Nike with Clemson. Louisville is an Adidas school, so is Miami, and SMU is a Nike school. Just, fun facts out there.
Nike just about running it.
Boston College is an Under Armour school. I think that's the only, and Notre Dame, but Notre Dame's not really.
Notre Dame just kind of does their own
The
thing
ACC.
always.
Yeah.
But those are the Under Armour schools. Yeah.
What a
I think
shame.
Notre Dame's going to do everything in their power not to play us, at least for the first few years.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Well, because they're technically non-conference games.
Yeah.
But they just have partnerships.
But they're
with
probably
the
like,
ACC.
ew, small school.
Mm.
I think if we can get a few good years under our belt, then they'll come knocking. But
That'd be hype.
Well, somebody was talking about
Holy war.
about wanting to come so they can start recruiting Dallas, but I don't know why they need to play us to do that. But
plus, SMU Notre Dame is such a good 80s throwback as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for Pitt, SMU Pitt.
Yeah, Pitt.
That was the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, we were national
In
champs that year.
82?
82 is, I think
so.
correct. Yeah, we won 7-3 in the Cotton Bowl.
Wow.
what a game!
That's the encyclopedia right there.
I'll be real though. That specific final score I saw today while doing some trivia research. So
Oh, really?
I
Did
didn't
take
just
away
know
one
that.
of your,
Okay.
I didn't know that yesterday necessarily.
That's funny. But do we want to transfer to just talk about some transfers?
Yeah, let's
Real
do it.
quick. So a long time ago, we reached out to some of the portal transfers before they became enrolled at SMU. So before the summer started, we reached out to them, asked them for a fun fact and something they were excited for, and a couple of them responded. Basketball portal transfer, AJ George. He's from Long Beach State. He's a guard. He said he doesn't really have a fun fact about himself besides just playing video games, and that he's really good at 2K and Fortnite. He said he's looking forward to winning with the program, and then he feels like we have the right guys and coaching staff to do it. So he's just excited for winning and having a great experience. That's what he's looking forward to, and he said thank you. Nice
Awesome.
guy.
Well, sweet. Thank you, AJ George, for responding to us on Instagram.
And then a football portal transfer, Andrew Shambly, I think is how you say his name. He's from Arkansas.
Oh, is this the guy that
he's a
that
tackle.
Nate recruited to come?
I think so. Yeah. He was an all SEC freshman.
Let's go.
Fun fact about him is that he's the youngest of 8, and he's the
Wow.
biggest out of all of them, which is a crazy stat.
That'd be crazy if he was the smallest. He's huge.
Dude. What he's looking forward to this coming season is a new beginning for him and the program, and coming to the ACC with some new competition and getting the brand new facility. So he says it should be a fun year.
Yeah.
Another thing, as I was just looking through some of the transfers that I wanted to call out, Gerald Colbert from K-State. He's a center. He played high school basketball at Houston High School. You know Houston High School, the one in
The
one
in
the one in Germantown.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, the Houston High School in Germantown,
Texas?
and everyone knows
Oh.
where Germantown is. It's in
Texas.
Tennessee.
Oh,
So
not
Houston High School in Germantown, Tennessee,
and went to K-State.
and he went to
After
K-State.
that.
Yeah,
Now
I
he's-
just when I read that, I was like, whoa. It was like whiplash, and I was like, okay, I got to point this out because it's just funny.
That's funny. What's their mascot, George?
That's what I'm looking up.
You don't
Germantowns?
know?
No, I don't. They are the Mustangs.
No.
No
way.
No way!
Home of the Mustangs.
Home of the Mustang. Let's
How about
go.
The Houston
Germantown.
Mustang.
It was meant
Unreal.
to be.
All right.
Hallie Ross, thank you for being the principal of Houston High School. We appreciate the hard work.
As do your 2013 total students that are enrolled.
Wow,
Oh my gosh.
that's hilarious.
Oh, man. Well, sweet. One other thing, SMU is a golf score. Oh, geez, sorry. SMU is a golf school.
It is.
Congrats to Bryson DeChambeau.
Yes, good job, Bryson.
last time the U.S. Open was at Pinehurst,
Mm-hmm.
Payne Stewart won, and he's a fellow SMU alum.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
And who's the Colts owner? Jim Irsay. Sorry, Jim Irsay, an SMU alum as well. Did he present the trophy to Bryson or something like that? Anyway, he was there. He's a member of Pinehurst, and so apparently Bryson has played Pinehurst a bunch because when he was playing
His
golf at
connections
SMU,
there.
he
That's
brought him
super
over.
cool.
So all SMU happening at Pinehurst in North Carolina, which makes sense. It's on the coast, the Atlantic coast.
Coast, yeah, that's where we
And that's
belong.
where
We're on the coast.
Our
so-
conference is.
Well, here's my shameless plug, or just you can call it begging. But Bryson, great job. We're super proud of you.
Heck yeah,
We're
pony up, baby.
big fans. If you ever want to come on the podcast, just let me know. We have no money to offer you, but
We'll pull up a fifth chair.
we'll pull the fifth chair.
A great
and
experience.
It'll be a good time.
Maybe some donut holes.
Yeah,
Right?
We bring donuts when we record in the mornings.
You might have to help carry chairs in, on campus.
I don't know with your arm size if you'd fit up the spiral staircase, but
Yeah,
To the
you'd have to
fifth floor.
cram in here. But
I was going to say something
Bryson,
about
we'd love to have you on
I
the
was
pod.
Any of the other students know how to access the secret spiral staircase to get to the fifth,
fifth floor?
conference?
no, it's
You
a
have to go
secret.
through the tunnels.
Oh, right. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to go down before you go back up.
Exactly.
I was going to say something positive about Rory, but because of what you said, I'm not going to say it. Go Bryson. Anyways,
Do we have anything else we want to talk about before we do trivia?
Let's see. I think that's it.
well, there's something
Oh.
about TCU alumni networking.
Oh, okay. So, in my prep, just sometimes I like to do a little recon in the TCU Reddit page just to see what's going on, see if I can find some good material. And oh boy,
Did you find good material?
out of the mouth, we don't have to make fun of TCU.
They just do it themselves.
They do it themselves. Exactly, Jay. We don't have to say anything bad about them because they say bad things about themselves. Here is a Reddit post on the TCU page. Bad alumni network. Anyone here alum of TCU? I graduated a couple of years ago and noticed TCU's alum do not help each other out via networking or mentorship. Unlike my Aggie coworkers, there is little to no help when reaching out. Well, I don't have to say anything else.
Should have gone to A&M.
Or SMU.
Well,
Here,
No,
yeah.
I had
nobody else here.
I've had multiple A&M alums say that SMU's network in Dallas rivals A&M's network.
I believe it.
Wow.
That's what I've heard.
We are pretty central though. Like we're not
Dallas.
like across the nation.
No, it's Dallas. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I'm fine with that because I live in Dallas.
I love Dallas.
I love Dallas.
Yeah.
Best city.
Pony up, baby.
All right, George.
One other thing we wanted to talk about is while we're talking about A&M again, they're in the College World Series right now, and I'm kind of jealous of their run.
yeah.
I watched Tech go several times. Now I'm watching A&M go, and I really want a baseball team. And how many ACC teams are in right now?
So College World Series, for those who don't know, has 8 total teams that go to Omaha, Nebraska, and 4 of them were ACC this year. The other 4 were actually all SEC.
The Power Two.
Yeah, please don't ask how many games the ACC won against the SEC in the College World Series. Anyways, like I left the list at home. It's written on paper, but I wrote down a list of like famous MLB players that went to ACC schools as well.
Oh yeah. Insert picture of George's list at home.
Yeah,
right
well, I'll
here.
maybe send it, but, like just on the Rangers, like Josh Forrest,
handwritten
the guy who was on the mound for the final out, he went to
Oh, really?
Virginia. I believe there's some Hall of Famers in there. Like SMU needs to be putting themselves on the map. We have the money. I think we have the fan base. Dallas is such a rich baseball talent market. I think there's no excuse not to have a baseball
You
team.
need to go back to
2024.
1953 when SMU won the Southwest Conference in baseball. We need to bring back the glory days.
Wow.
But the good question to ask here is what women's sport would we add to allow us to add a baseball team?
Softball.
That'd be fun. I feel like that'd be fun.
I mean, just make
Yeah, that's
It is
pretty
kinda-
easy one. Yeah.
That one kind of makes sense.
I kind of like softball. I don't really like baseball, but softball can be fun.
Spoken like a true OU fan.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't care about their.
Oh yeah, another. I guess they weren't in the ACC when he went there, but Marcus Simeon, he went to Cal, so there's another ACC connection.
It counts.
I'll
It's so weird to hear that. Went to
Yeah,
Cal. He's an ACC
I'll
alum.
find the list and I'll maybe comment on the video with some of them. Some
Oh
of the
yeah, that's
highlights.
a good idea.
All right.
Check the description below.
But yeah,
You're making a lot of work for us, Jay.
RGT, I know you're a big fan of the show. Round up the boys, have them write some checks. Let's get a baseball team.
And we want to build a baseball stadium over 75.
Yeah. To connect the East Campus. We need
Exactly.
to connect it to the West Campus.
Yeah.
Clyde Warren Park can do it. They just did one in South Dallas. Let's build one over 75. Baseball stadiums. Can you? That would just be amazing.
Yeah,
Having
that would be
it would
cool.
it wouldn't
Over
happen, but it
75.
would be awesome.
I'd
Hey,
go, and I don't like
listen,
baseball. So
If we've predicted everything, Keelan Russell firing, what's his name?
I've already forgotten
I've
that.
already forgotten Rob Linney.
Rob.
Linney.
Oh, Rob, that guy?
Yeah.
That'd be a good trivia question. Who was the last SMU basketball coach? No one knows at this point.
It's so mean.
I stand by it. That was
Yeah.
some of the least memorable years of
He was
basketball.
he was a good guy though. I feel like
He was a
deserves
good guy.
some respect.
Yeah.
Was a good guy, but not so great coaching. Anyway, we've predicted all these things. I want to put a prediction out there. We will build a stadium over 75 to play baseball.
You're gonna be able to smoke homers straight onto the highway, right field.
Right on the cars with TCU stickers.
Yeah.
Just right where that ugly thing is.
If you're driving by with the TCU sticker, kabam!
Yeah. We got you.
I like it.
Got it. All right, George, hit us with the trivia.
All right, so I've got a little bit. Well, I guess I've got some statistical trivia, like school history leaders and stuff, and then I've got some general trivia.
All
Jay,
right.
can you see the answers from what
Yeah,
you're saying?
I kind of can.
I'm
So
gonna shift around a little bit here.
it's just
I might be.
It's fine.
slightly
You'll
out of the
have your
camera.
back to the camera, but that's all right.
Yeah, This will be fine. Can't.
that's
give
all
it
right.
away.
We're mostly an audio podcast. Do you think so?
Um,
What are
My
our
mom,
numbers?
my mom watches us on YouTube.
Oh, really?
We
Hi,
actually
Ben's mom.
we actually get more views on YouTube than we get listens.
Oh, do we really?
Yeah.
People don't watch us on Spotify very much. Anyway, so okay, we'll start with some passing yards.
Oh boy.
Can any of you gentlemen tell me, with 9,081 career passing yards, who is the all-time leader?
I'm afraid I actually
Pick
know
six
the
six.
answer.
Yeah.
Ben Hicks.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. It's Ben Hicks.
I was actually gonna guess that as a joke.
No, it
Before
really
you
is
said
Ben
that.
Hicks.
It was.
It's
Yeah,
not.
it was.
It's not really close either. Second place is Chuck Hickson, who was our quarterback from 1968 to 1970. He's 7,179. So
Wow,
Ben Hicks
that's
has almost
crazy.
2,000
That's pretty
yards.
insane.
So it sounds like we are QBU, right?
And also, did he play 4 years for us? Did
Ben
he
Hicks?
transfer to
Yeah, he
Arkansas
did.
with?
Yeah, I think he played 3. He played 16, 17, 18, and then he transferred to Arkansas with Chad Morris.
Right.
And just flopped.
So imagine if we had a quarterback for 4 years.
I think we had Ben Hicks during year 1 of Cloudy, and then
No.
I don't think so.
Did you-
No, he
No.
played just
we
the
had
bowl game.
Shane.
Yeah, Shane.
I don't-
no, you're right. Yeah, Shane Buechele is 4th on the list with just over 7,000. Tanner Mordecai's 3rd.
Shane
Wow.
was something else.
Tanner Mordecai
Is
third.
Yeah, Tanner
That's
Mordecai
crazy.
is about 125 yards ahead of Shane Buechele.
How's Preston doing?
He's not in the top 10. I've got the top
Really?
10 here in front of me.
That's crazy though. That just shows how bad we've how
Shane
bad of
Buechele
quarterbacks
does
we've
own
had.
the single season record with 3,929.
How many in one season? Sorry.
3,929. That was in
So
2019.
2019. That's
He's also 8th on the list with just over 3,000 in 2020. Single game. Any guesses as to who has number 1 and number 2 for single game?
I would imagine it's Tanner Mordecai.
It's not.
Really?
No. I'll give you. Both happened in 2013. Do y'all remember who's the
Oh,
quarterback then?
Gilbert.
No idea.
Garrett Gilbert. That's correct.
Garrett Gilbert.
Another UT transfer.
Against Temple, he threw for 538 yards,
Wow.
and against Rutgers, he threw for 484.
Jeez.
Wow.
I think that was in the Conference USA days, right? When Rutgers was in there with us.
Probably.
Yeah, that's right.
Another in the Big Ten. Can't believe that.
All right, next is we'll do passing touchdowns.
Just a real quick, Preston Stone has about 3,600 yards of passing.
Okay, yeah, that
So he's on his way.
sounds about right. Yeah. So okay, career passing touchdowns. The record is 72.
Career. Okay.
Any guesses?
Does that include pick sixes? If it does,
No,
then okay. Then
passing touchdowns.
then it can't
to-
be Ben
to
Hicks.
Our own team.
can't be Ben Hicks then.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Is it Ben Hicks?
It is not Ben Hicks. Ben Hicks is in second place. He has 71.
What era is this from?
Us.
Shane
Like,
Buechele.
No,
Shane?
it's Tanner.
Tanner.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
Shane's in third with 57.
Did Tanner play for us for 2 or 3 years?
Tanner got
Two.
to 72 in 2 years.
That's insane.
It is insane. Well,
In my head, Shane Buechele is a much better quarterback than Tanner Mordecai.
I agree.
He
But-
was.
It doesn't.
Tanner threw more picks than Shane.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, he kind of picked
He
up
was
the,
much less clutch.
He picked up the turnover Tanner nickname towards the end of his career.
Well, it was because
unfortunately.
of the number 8. He was cursed. When I saw he got number 8,
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't gonna work out.
Yeah.
He was pretty good though. He was a lot better than Ben Hicks though.
Tanner
He was.
also
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, way
Tanner
better.
also holds the single season record of 39, which is Shane's in second with 34. Tanner's again in third with 33. The 39 was in
touchdowns?
21. Yeah, this is touchdowns. Anyone know the single game record? Tanner has it. But can anyone tell me the number and the
for
game?
what?
It was 7
Touchdowns.
against Houston,
9.
It's 9
Nine.
against
That,
Houston.
no, that was that crazy one where we
Oh,
like,
yeah,
had
Houston.
59 points.
where we
in the first
scored
half.
more
Yeah.
points
That's
than the
actually
basketball
another of my
team.
trivia questions. What was the
Like,
final score of that game?
It was 70 something.
No, I think it was like 83, right? 83
No, I think
to
it was
70, or I don't know.
SMU won 77 to 63.
61. Dang it. Sorry. It came back to me, but it was wrong.
What was the score of the basketball game the year before?
It was like 72 to 65.
It was lower
I
than
don't know.
that.
So crazy.
It's
77,
that 140
63,
combined
right.
points is the highest scoring game in college football history that ended in regulation.
Yeah, because
Oh,
the A&M LSU,
LSU.
game.
Yeah.
The A&M LSU game that year also had a higher score than that year's basketball game.
Really?
Yeah,
What was the final score of that game?
They went into like
77 to 73.
5 or 6
I think,
overtimes,
or 77
Oh.
to 70. I don't know. All I know is that I was offered tickets to that game. I'm like, no, I'm going to stay home and watch SMU play Tulsa. And then we lost to a 2-9 Tulsa team, and then I watched that happen on TV. I was so mad.
That's tough.
That's a mistake.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Eric Dickerson just owns like all the rushing records. So
Does Craig James have any?
career rushing yards, Eric Dickerson's in first with 4,400. Craig James is in fourth with 3,700 ish. Xavier Jones is in fifth.
Not bad.
Single game record, 244 yards, 1968 by Mike Richardson against Texas A&M.
Really?
Yeah, Ulysses Bentley's fourth on that list with 227 against North Texas in 2020.
I still don't understand why he transferred to Ole Miss to be a backup.
I don't.
I don't think he's like done anything.
He barely played. I don't get it.
That's crazy.
He was
boggles my
really
mind.
good, but like he went there and was a backup.
Yeah,
Strange.
did absolutely nothing.
Let's see.
Very strange.
Who is the career receptions leader? Any guesses?
Cortland Sutton.
No, he is
Cole Beasley?
not in the top 10, which is actually surprising. Cole Beasley is third with 255.
Mm.
The champ has 301.
James Prochet.
It is James
Yeah.
Prochet.
Wow.
Any guesses as to who's number 2?
Rasheed Rice.
He's number 5 with 233.
Number two.
You've heard of this guy. He was before our time, but he's played in the NFL.
I don't know.
I feel like I know, but I can't.
He played for the Broncos. And it's not Sutton.
Oh,
I know who he is, but I can't think of his name. Emmanuel
Sanders.
Emmanuel
Sanders.
Sanders. That's correct. He has 285.
Nice, good one, Ben.
So
What's the first name?
next is single season receptions. The leader has 114, and this is
Single season receptions.
yes, and
Cortland Sutton.
no, but I do remember the stat from when it happened. This player led Division I football in receptions that year. They had 114.
Wow. Is it
Not
one of the ones we've
Portland.
said before?
No, I have not said his name yet.
Oh. Yeah,
Really?
I don't know then. I'm bad with names.
Who else is pretty much it was Channel 3, James Prochet, Rasheed Rice, and
So if Cortland Sutton was Batman, who was Robin?
Mr. Irrelevant. What's his name?
That's him. Is the name.
I don't remember what his name is.
Trey Quinn.
Trey Quinn is correct. He had
Oh.
114 in 2017.
In 2017, he led the team in receptions.
He led the nation in receptions.
He led the nation in receptions.
Yeah.
That's with
insane.
Ben Hicks as his
That's
quarterback.
crazy.
The
Insert the picture of him in the chrome bucket helmet or the red and black right here. Ben,
The single game
on
record
Spotify, just imagine it.
Yeah.
You know, if you're listening.
Yeah.
The single game record is 18. Emmanuel Sanders in 2009 against Washington State. Trey Quinn hit 17 twice in 2017.
Wow.
Um,
He had how many receptions again in 2017? 114.
114.
Wow.
That's crazy. I remember him, but not that much.
Well, because he's a
Well-
transfer, right? Where did he transfer from?
LSU.
LSU. That's right. That's right.
Uh,
And then he was Mr. Irrelevant.
he
and
was
played
he was
for
with
the
us for
49.
3 years, I think, or maybe it was 2. But yeah, he was Mr. Relevant. He got picked last overall by the Washington. I guess they were the Redskins back then.
Whoa, we gotta scrub that.
Easy.
We can bleep that out.
No,
Okay.
I'm just kidding. That's what they were. It's history. They were the Washington Redskins at the time.
Let's see. Receiving yards. We'll go through these quick. Career receiving yards. Any guesses?
Rasheed Rice.
No,
Crochet.
it's Prochet. Rasheed Rice though is single season. Do you remember what year he did that?
21.
1, 2, 0.
It's 22.
Oh.
He had 1,355 yards.
He was just really our only target that year.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he definitely was. Because that was when Reggie was hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, Reggie Robertson. I forgot about him.
That
he
was
played for the
tough.
Titans for a little bit.
Single game record holder is Cortland Sutton. He had 252 in 2016 against South Florida.
Sheesh.
Reggie Robertson holds second and third. He had
Against who?
250 against Temple in 2019. That was kind of his breakout game, if I remember right.
2019 at Temple. Okay.
And then he had 243 against Memphis in 2020, which was the game day game.
I feel like he would have
Or,
been.
wait, no, it wasn't. It was the year after.
Didn't.
but-
Yeah.
I feel like he would have been so good if he didn't get hurt. And also that year that he got hurt, our season fell apart after that.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm still sad about that because he was very good, but yeah, he just kept getting injured.
Let's
That's
see.
tough.
What
That's
was Gray? Who was our wide receiver? Danny Gray.
Danny
Yeah.
Gray, the
He
speedster.
played. He
He's-
played in the NFL.
He's
for
the
a
one
little
with the
Is he
nobody
not
comes
still
to.
bit. No, that was Rasheed.
No, that was
Rice.
Rasheed.
Oh, why did I think he said something one year? Maybe he didn't. I don't know.
Really? That's.
I thought he
Are you
said.
sure he said something?
I thought because
One year?
I thought he was from. Oh no. Okay, whatever.
All right. I think that's enough of the statistical, or at least like the general
Sounds good.
statistical stuff.
That's interesting though. I wouldn't have guessed a lot of. Well, I didn't guess a lot of the.
No, yeah.
So some of our viewers may not know this. They don't really advertise, but did y'all know that SMU has retired numbers on the football team?
No, I didn't know that.
No.
They don't.
Maybe
call
like
them
I would have.
retired.
I
They
would guess
call
like
them
Doak Walker.
honor
or,
jerseys.
Well, I
We
know
have-
23.
We have 6 of them. Jerry Levias' 23 is not among these.
Oh, really?
That's kind of a different thing. We have 6 numbers that we do not hand out. Any guesses as to who they are? You said Doak Walker.
Doak Walker.
Do you remember his number?
34.
I don't remember
Close.
his number.
43.
No, he was 37.
Oh.
What a strange number.
Dickerson's one of them.
Dickerson.
The other's a little harder to get, but y'all want to take any shot? I'll give you the numbers. One of them is number 17. This is an offensive player.
17. Offensive player.
Yeah, he played.
Oh,
He
was
played
it-
in like the late 50s.
what's his name? Holiday? Is that right? No.
He's in the Cowboys Ring of Honor. I think.
Meredith.
Yep. Don Meredith.
Don Meredith.
I feel like he never gets talked about. Or something.
Yeah, he's in that like commercial, like the SMU commercial they play during the football games. But like other than that,
Mhm.
I've never heard anyone say, "Hey, that Don Meredith guy who went to SMU."
Mhm.
He's like he's a cowboy. When people talk about him.
Yeah, the others are a little hard, and I don't think you'd ever get the guessing.
I'm not gonna get any of them.
73 is Forrest Gregg.
Huh.
He was.
It's funny we have 37 and 73.
Yeah, he was offensive. He played O line and D line, but I think he was an All American. But he also was the coach after the death penalty.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
So he
What year did
inherited
we retire the number?
Did he decide to retire his
I don't
own
know
number?
I don't know what year. No, I think this is a more recent thing than that. I don't know what years each of these are retired. The next one is number 80, and that's, I feel like his was retired more for his accomplishments off the football field, but that's Lamar Hunt.
Yeah.
He was
I'm
a
okay
wide
with that.
receiver. And the last one, he was decent at SMU, but he's one of the greatest NFL wide receivers of all time, and that's number 87, Raymond Berry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No clue.
Yeah, he played for the Baltimore Colts back in the day.
Way back.
Yeah, so those are our 6 retired numbers. I don't know why. Like, I feel like they should have them displayed somewhere.
Yeah, you'd think they'd like put them up.
Are they flags? I know we've got the
I don't
flags
think so.
for
Or I
our
think
national championships.
I think Eric Dickerson and Doak Walker have flags.
Don't laugh at
But I'm
national
not sure.
championships.
No,
Those are all real and legitimate.
I'm laughing at something else.
Okay.
Something I'm
All right,
looking at.
next one is actually a Walker question exclusive. Just real quick.
Oh,
Do you
boy.
remember Joe White's number?
No, I
What
don't.
position he played?
I know he was. Was he like the center? Was he on the line?
He was on the D line.
He's
For
on
those
the
who don't
D-line.
know, Joe White is a mutual acquaintance of Walker and myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He's
you
also
all, you all
he's,
knew that.
he's a distinguished alumni at
yes.
SMU too. So.
He wore number 58 and he was a nose tackle.
Okay,
He
yeah.
played in the
So I said center, just
yeah,
opposite of center.
Opposite
Yeah.
of center. Next trivia question: which former SMU player threw a no-hitter in the Little League World Series?
Former SMU player.
I'll give you another hint. It was a wide receiver. And I guess I won't say.
Cole
either.
Beasley.
No. Any other guess?
That was my thought.
No idea.
Oh, RJ Maryland.
No. I'll give you more. They threw the no-hitter in 2008 and they were playing for the Louisiana team.
Trey Quinn.
Yes, it's Trey Quinn.
Let's go.
Why does my initial thought was he was probably white? Like all I could think of was the white receivers.
Yeah, I know.
I
All
don't
right,
know
next
why.
question.
No, I'm just. That's all I could think of. So I thought, okay. Okay.
You're listening to the last episode of the Mustang Move.
Couple. I guess I got 3 more. First one. So I was looking at overall records versus other schools. I want to know what is the most amount of times we've beaten an opponent without losing. And
2.
the answer is 4. We're 4-0 against 2 different schools. And just right off the rip, do y'all have any guesses who they might be?
I bet they're like Conference
UNT.
USA schools.
I'll give you a cryptic hint. We have shared a conference with both of these teams within the last 5 years, but we have not played either of them in the last 5 years.
Okay, so they're one of the new. What about UAB?
UAB is one of them, right off the rip.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I mean, they're obscure.
UTSA?
They haven't had a.
No,
Oh, we played them.
No, we didn't.
I don't.
No,
I
we
don't
didn't
think
play
we've
them.
played them ever.
We didn't play them.
We were going to in that bowl game, and then it got canceled.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The Frisco Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the other team? Okay, they are also in our. Or
They
we're
have been in
conference.
our conference within the last
think
5
about-
years, but we did not play them in that time span.
In the last 5 years, we didn't play them.
I don't know.
I got nothing.
I'm trying to think of teams that left or.
This team has historically just been terrible.
There's a lot of teams. I mean, us.
Charlotte.
No, think more north.
Think more north.
Memphis? No.
Is
No. We've definitely lost to Memphis.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We played them within the last 5 years.
Who have we not played in the last 5 years in our conference? More north than Charlotte.
Keep going up the coastline.
Who else is up there?
Who's else
I don't
in the
know.
American
Just-
Conference?
Just
Oh,
tell us.
UConn.
It's UConn.
Oh.
Wow.
I couldn't get the 5 years part. I was like, who left the
No,
American
yeah,
Conference? Who
Wow.
quit having a Division I football team?
No, they just became independent.
Oh, independent? Is that right? Okay. I was right.
I'm sure that's worked out for him.
Yeah. And then on the flip side of that coin,
Huskies, exceptional at football.
who have we played the most times without ever winning? And there is one team that we are 0-4 against.
Boston College.
No.
Texas.
I do have our
No, we've beat Texas.
So I do have our records written here for each of the ACC schools. I wasn't going to ask trivia questions, so you'd just be guessing. But Boston College, we are 1-1 all time, including the bowl game last year.
Really?
Mm-hmm. This school is not in the ACC that we are 0-4 against.
They can't be in the
What
Southwest
conference are they
either.
in?
Right now,
Yeah.
they're in the Big 12.
Baylor,
No.
Oklahoma.
No, we've
Tech?
They can't be.
I'll give you a
Southwest
hint.
Conference
We
schools.
played them a
Oh.
few times back in the day, but we played them somewhat recently as well.
a few times back. BYU.
It's BYU.
Oh.
Yeah, so we got a chance to break that.
wow,
Yeah, we
this
do.
year.
That's
Remember,
crazy.
yeah.
Also, I think it's crazy that over the 100+ years we played TCU, we didn't have a 4-game win streak throughout the whole time.
Yeah,
That's a little bit sad.
pretty
Are you saying us or
Yeah, it
either
is.
way?
No, I'm pretty sure they did. They
yeah,
for sure
I think
did.
They had like a 12-year.
But like the fact we didn't have one, even during Pony Express era, is like
Yeah.
kind of sad.
I'm just going to rattle these off because I haven't written down. These are our historic records against all of our new friends in the ACC. These are generally from best to worst. Against Cal, we are 1-0. Against Louisville, we are 2-0. Against
go.
Miami, we are 1-0.
Really?
We are 1-0 against Syracuse. We are 2-1 against Virginia Tech. We are 3-2-1 against Pitt. So 3 wins, 2 losses, 1 tie.
One tie.
We are 1-1 against Boston College. Any guesses on our Notre Dame record? We've played them 13 times, just for the record.
Well, it's not 0-13. I know that.
That's 2, 10, and
4-9.
Walker, you got a guess?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna split it. So 3-11. We played 14 times. How many times?
13.
13. Okay, so 3-10.
3-10 is correct.
Wow.
Let's go.
Georgia Tech, not a good showing. We are 2-8-1 against Georgia Tech.
Really?
We are 1-2 against NC State.
We've never shared a conference with Georgia Tech, right?
No, but we played them in some bowl games back in the day, I think.
Okay.
And then, so I said 1-2 against NC State. We are 0-2 against Duke. We are 0-2 against North Carolina. We are 0-1 against Stanford. And we have never played against Wake Forest, Clemson, Florida State, or Virginia, who we were
Wow.
going to play in a bowl game, and then that got canceled.
Wow.
COVID.
I think Wake Forest
crazy.
would be a good. I feel like we're kind of compatible with Wake Forest
Mm-hmm.
as far as school size, kind of sleepers.
Did I mention earlier? Did I mention who's the only other ACC team without a baseball or ACC school? That
I don't think so.
Syracuse.
It's Syracuse. Yeah.
I think we mentioned
Wow.
that before.
Dude, yeah.
Maybe it sounds familiar.
Yeah, and I mean, it's
I think you and I texted about it, and then I said it on the
maybe
podcast.
we.
Oh,
All right, last trivia question I have here, and this is a fun one. Some of y'all might know the answer to this. Which former SMU player is now a WWE wrestler?
Whoa.
is now a WWE wrestler.
Alana Lee.
No, he transferred to Tarrant County University.
Oh. He left with Cloudy.
Is he actually though?
Alana Lee, no, he's not a
Oh, okay.
WWE wrestler. That's not the correct answer. You have the position correct, though. They are an O lineman, or they were.
Oh.
Ooh.
My guess would have been Hayden Howerton, but he's been in the league.
No.
I have no idea.
I don't really know WWE
Yeah, me
wrestlers, so
either.
I'm gonna sit
Well,
out on this one.
Can you guess just like who from our offensive line, from like our
Dwayne the
freshman
Rock
year?
Johnson, John Cena. That's all I got.
This person, they tried out. Do y'all want to know who it is?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No, he went to UNT though.
Oh wow.
Oh, I forgot about that. He was at one of our games.
Yeah, because a few years ago when we played there and didn't, it was like wrestling night.
Yeah.
I think they literally set up a ring and had like amateur wrestling.
That's
After the
crazy.
game.
Wait,
That's
have,
actually
did.
crazy.
have any of y'all seen the Iron Claw?
Yeah, it's a great movie.
The dad played football at SMU apparently.
Oh, did he really?
He said that he got hurt. So, but obviously he's not in the WWE. I almost said WNBA. Not that.
Anyways, the correct answer is Bo Morris.
Bo Morris, that's right.
He in 20 so he
I don't
was on
remember.
the team from 2018 to 2021,
Oh.
and in 2022 he like tried out for he like went to the big WWE tryouts with like hundreds and hundreds of contestants, and he was one of the last like 10.
Wow.
And so he kind of got enrolled in like I don't follow WWE either that much. So he got enrolled in their like little rookies program. And he's been doing like kind of like smaller time wrestling, but he recently picked a new wrestling name. His name is Drake Moreau. That's Morreaux, and he's like Cajun themed because he's from Baton Rouge.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
Sometimes he'll wrestle with like a partner, and they're called the Bayou Boys.
Oh, I kind of like that. That's fun.
Like honestly, this is a guest y'all need to have on the pod. Like, that
That would be awesome.
That'd be so
That does sound
entertaining.
pretty cool.
That'd be sick.
But yeah, and I saw a video today as well from the SMU does the little Life After Ball program.
Yeah.
The Bo Morris came back and he brought like a few other WWE wrestlers, and they talked to the guys about like, yeah, maybe consider going into like wrestling entertainment.
That's so funny.
That's crazy.
They kind of did like some mock battle, or some mock matches with the players, and I think Max Yao won all of them just based on the video.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah,
That's
they did a
hilarious.
video. There's Yao's holding the belt and he's like flexing. So
That's epic.
I'll have to find it and send it to y'all.
I
That's
can see
incredible.
Nate.
You can find it on the
Yeah.
Life After Ball Twitter account.
The lab.
That's
Well,
funny.
sweet. That was fun.
Thanks for doing that. Thanks for putting
Yeah.
that together, George. I've got one question. I've got a trivia question for you. How many fountains are on campus?
11.
Okay, I actually don't know the answer.
Oh,
So I was-
okay.
Oh,
There-
okay.
There is no real answer. If you look up the answer that the university gives, it's a range, not a number.
you're
we have-
joking.
We have 7 to 12 fountains on campus.
That was a pretty good guess.
Depends on how much
So,
it's raining.
11 is right. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what it depends on.
Yeah, I don't know why.
But I looked it up my freshman year, and like the first thing, this was before Google AI, like just made stuff up. So it was like legitimate. The first thing that came up from the SMU website is there are 7 to 12 fountains on SMU's campus.
So
So
I
no.
just Googled how many fountains are on SMU's campus, and I found this like blog or something. SMU bucket list. This says there are 12 fountains, and as part of your SMU bucket list, you could jump in all 12 of them.
Wow.
Okay. So now I guess we've
Let's see what else on this list. Climb the Mustang statue. It's higher than you
Dang.
think it is.
did y'all ever climb the
No, I didn't do
No,
any
I've
of
never
this
heard of
stuff.
anyone
I didn't
do
do any of this stuff.
What?
I only stood in one of the fountains.
I didn't even do that. I'm lame.
Let's see. Okay, most of the rest of this is just boring and basic. So
Go to a Tate lecture.
No.
it's like have a picnic on Dallas Hall lawn, which I'm sure is fun, but like throw a mini dance party in a dorm room. Okay.
Well, on that note,
I have a new segment. It's really short.
okay.
It's called the Know the Name of Your School that you're being offered. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So this one says, I'm extremely blessed to receive my first Power 5 offer from the University of Southern Methodist University. Next one, blessed to receive an offer from USM, the University of Southern Methodist. It's 2 recent offers. So I guess we're changing our name. We're going to be the new USM, I guess.
I remember seeing memes like on the meme page back in the day that
The meme page.
Singapore
Yeah,
Management University.
yeah, Singapore Management University.
Facts.
One of our friends got a Singapore Management University shirt
That's
and like
Oh,
would
that's
wear it
hilarious.
around.
Wasn't it Yannick?
May have been, I think like Joel or
Oh. Or maybe Drew.
Drew.
I thought it
think
was
It was
Drew,
probably
yeah.
Drew. Yeah,
Drew.
Now that you say that, it's probably Drew.
Yeah.
That's funny. Congrats on the new baby.
Facts.
Yeah, one of my buddy's dads was in Singapore at one point, and he drove by SMU, and they've got this big sign that says "I heart SMU," and he stood in front of it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
awesome.
I love that.
Hey, Singapore Management University.
If you have a football team, we will talk about your football team for a small fee.
Do they really?
I have no clue.
Probably not.
Oh.
We'll talk about anything else
That would be
you want
so-
us to talk about.
That would be so
Well, for a
fun, though.
small
That's
fee.
kind of disappointing. But
Do you think they hate like Taiwan Central University or something? Like there's another TCU over there that's their big rival.
Oh, they're going down.
That's so funny. Oh man. Well, man. Wow. We've
Time
been
flies when you're having
recording.
fun.
Yeah, it has. We've been recording for a while. Thanks for listening. If you still are, you can check us out.
Thanks, Ben Mom.
Yeah. Thanks, Ben's mom,
for finishing it.
Jay's mom.
She's long gone. She stopped listening about an hour ago.
Yeah.
I don't think my mom knows exists, but I'll tell her.
She will now.
Heck yeah. Now we have 3 fans.
Yeah.
You can find me on all my social. Just kidding. No, you can't.
But you can find us on all the socials.
Yeah.
Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Like us on Spotify and Apple Music.
Leave a review. We love reviews.
Yeah, reviews would be great.
Leave a voice memo. The link is in the Instagram bio. It's also in the Spotify bio. Probably on the YouTube bio too. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, leave a voice memo. Tell us what you thought about the episode. Any other thoughts about SMU football? If you're mad at us about the jerseys,
Yeah, if we're missing any takes about jerseys,
lay
let
it
us
all
know.
out there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Awesome. And then tell us what game you're most excited for this season. If you had to pick one, we're gonna talk about this soon. If you had to pick one game that you're most excited for, what's it gonna be? Let us know in the comments. So awesome. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Like us on Facebook.
I like that we repeat everything.
don't think
we Follow have us on
we all
MySpace.
just said this.
I don't think we have a Facebook, but
Pony up and pony out. Let's go, boys.